Restaurant Daily brings you the top headlines of the day, but did you know you can dig deeper into the industry news by listening to The Week in Restaurants, or as we call it, TWER. Available wherever you get your podcasts on Fridays, TWER features restaurant business editor-in-chief Jonathan Mays, senior editor and tech editor Joe Guskowski, and executive editor Lisa Jennings, the TWERmites, who gather each week to chew on the top stories impacting the restaurant industry and offer their insights and analysis. Follow wherever you get your podcasts.
The extra value meal platform is really working for McDonald's. Wendy's is losing lower-income consumers, and Texas Roadhouse is seeing beef costs ease a bit. Welcome to Restaurant Daily, your daily dose of the most important news in the industry from the editors of Restaurant Business and Nation's Restaurant News. I'm RB Executive Editor Lisa Jennings.
And I'm NRN Managing Editor Leanne Zinsmeister. McDonald's same-store sales rose again last quarter. The fast food giant said its same-store sales rose 3.9% in the first period, its fourth straight quarterly increase in the U.S. The company largely credited value for the strength. McDonald's Extra Value Meals platform continued to resonate with consumers. Its half-pound Big Arch Burger also performed as expected. But the company's partnership with Netflix for its K-pop Demon Hunters meal did not quite perform as well as a Minecraft promotion a year ago, which resulted in slower April sales.
Wendy's, on the other hand, saw sales plunge again last quarter. The fast food chain's same-store sales fell 7.8% in the first quarter, the company said on Friday. The company has been losing lower-income consumers struggling with inflation. It is also struggling at breakfast as the company allowed some franchisees to stop serving the daypart. The company said that it is on track to complete its restaurant closures by the end of the second quarter.
Texas Roadhouse sales are accelerating. Same-store sales rose 7.1% in the first quarter, the chain's best result in over a year. That included 4.5% traffic growth. Executives credited an ongoing focus on operations supported by technology like a new digital kitchen system. And in another positive for the chain, beef costs are easing a bit. Roadhouse now expects commodity inflation to range from 6% to 7% for the year, which is down from 7% previously.
Sweetgreen had a pretty terrible first quarter, but CEO Jonathan Neiman sees signs of hope with sales picking up in April. The fast casual chain's same-store sales plummeted nearly 13% in the first quarter. It was the worst decline since it became a public company in 2021. Traffic was down more than 11%. But things picked up in April, and as the chain expanded its test of a new wrap category, which rolled out system-wide last week. And the perception of value remains a focus. Sweetgreen this year will begin testing new pricing architecture that will be designed to create more lower entry points into the menu and more price transparency for the build-your-own-bowl option.
It's harder to get a job at Dutch Bros than it is to get into Harvard. The drive-through beverage chain last year received 780,000 applications for 19,000 open positions, which is an acceptance rate of 2.4%. By comparison, Harvard's admission rate was 4.2%. For the beverage chain, that demand to get in is a sign that people know it's a good place to work and that it provides its broistas, as the company calls its workers, with career opportunities. The best of the bunch become operators, which provides a pipeline for expansion.
Cost-cutting efforts are paying off for the One Group. The parent of STK and Benihana saw restaurant margins expand by a point last quarter to 19%. That was thanks to a number of initiatives, including sourcing less expensive cuts of beef and supply chain synergies from the purchase of Benihana. Same-store sales were roughly flat in Q1, and both sales and traffic have accelerated into the current quarter.
The bakery cafe chain Maman has a new infusion of capital for growth. The 56-unit chain based in New York on Friday announced the closing of a single asset continuation vehicle for Sugar Beets, Inc., the parent company of Maman. It was led by investment firm Kleinhill Partners alongside both existing and new investors, including Norwest, a large Ivy League endowment, and a meaningful reinvestment from private equity firm Trispan USA. Founded by Ben and Elisa Sormonte, Maman operates in 9 U.S. states and Canada and is known for French-American baked goods, specialty coffees, and retail foods in a design-forward setting.
And that should do it for Restaurant Daily. Listen to us every weekday wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Lisa Jennings.
And I'm Leanne Zinsmeister. In a world where you can be anything, be kind.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Restaurant Daily. Rate us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and subscribe. Restaurant Daily brings you the top headlines of the day, but did you know you can dig deeper into the industry news by listening to The Week in Restaurants, or as we call it, TWR. Available wherever you get your podcasts on Fridays, TWR features restaurant business editor-in-chief Jonathan Mays, senior editor and tech editor Joe Guskowski, and executive editor Lisa Jennings, the TWRmites, who gather each week to chew on the top stories impacting the restaurant industry and offer their insights and analysis. Follow wherever you get your podcasts.